watching Sharpsburg, Maryland News. One of today's topics of discussion is Battle of Antietam. Confederate General Robert E. Lee plans to invade the North for the first time, looking for a decisive victory.
On the opposing side is Union General George McClellan. Union General McClellan is very cautious about this matter. Let's turn to Spencer on scene for more details.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at Antietam Creek in Sharpsburg, Maryland on September 17, 1862. The South is being led by Robert E. Lee, and the North is led by George B. McClellan. The battle is taking place on both flat land and rocky terrain, although it looks as if the flat land right here is causing about 5 times more casualties without the cover of the hills. Lee's plan was to lead the troops into Maryland to invade and forage for supplies and rally for Southern sympathizers in Maryland to the Confederate cause. But a couple days ago, a Union soldier found a paper lying on the ground that revealed Lee's plans and locations, so this ruined the invasion. General McClellan started to attack Lee and his soldiers, but Northerners weren't in too big of a hurry, so General Lee had enough time to prepare for the fight. Today, the Union troops of about 75,000 attacked the Confederate troops of about 38,000. The Confederates were holding their lines for a while, but it looks as if they're eventually going to have to surrender and retreat.
How many casualties has each side suffered?
There were about 12,500 North casualties out of 75,000 troops, and about 10,000 Southern casualties out of about 38,000 troops. Over 22,700 total dead, wounded, or missing.
North takes the victory over the South. What will happen next?
I think the Confederates' defeat would be a serious blow to their morale and diminish the Confederacy's chances of securing international recognition. But, on the other hand, a victory from the Union would be a big boost to their morale. If Britain and France hear of this battle, the European powers will be inclined to back away and remain neutral. I think this war can be known as the beginning of the end for the South and General McClellan. Now back over to Shelby.
The Battle of Antietam was by far the bloodiest battle in American history. Wouldn't you say so, Jared?
Yes. Abraham Lincoln and his troops came out victorious as the Union Army defeated the Confederate Army. Robert E. Lee withdrew his troops across the river on September 18th, suffering 10,318 casualties to George McClellan's 12,401. I can't believe how many people died. It's just unbelievable.
By the Confederates losing the Battle of Antietam, President Lincoln has issued the Emancipation Proclamation. For the story and more, here's Lydia.
Shelby, President Lincoln announced the Emancipation Proclamation saying that all the slaves would be free, but only the slaves that weren't under the Union control were free. After this was delivered, Britain and France started to stray away from the Confederates, even though they did help them try to get independent from the Union. Now it is sports time! Now is the time for the drawing of the 2 men who will fight to the death in the Battle of Fredericksburg.
Well, today should be an absolute cracker of a game, Ted.
Absolutely.
We've got 2 teams here who are desperate for 3 points to avoid relegation. What are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to the definition of relegation. I was able to parlay my coaching career into some on-camera work. I was doing some football punditry with Rebecca Lowe, and I had the pleasure of working alongside Arlo White and that golden, velvety, yummy voice of his.
Whoever's got the most points at the end of the season, they're the champions. The bottom 3 teams, as you know, are relegated.
Wait a minute, say champions again.
Champions.
I mean, that guy sounds like Elle McPherson farting into Miles Davis's trumpet.
Let's talk a little bit about your time in London, in North London at Tottenham. How long exactly were you there?
About 6.5 hours. 6.5, and I don't know how that translates to British time. You know, I made some rookie broadcast mistakes, as anyone's going to do in that situation.
Hey, welcome to the Premier League right here. Ted Lasso coming at you right at home. I'm sorry, you should start, not me. Go ahead. Let's do it again. Let's start over, yeah?
Oh, Ted, we're actually live right now. This is Ted Lasso, the
Oh, it's
former
live?
Tottenham. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. How was I supposed to know that? Oh, I thought that said live.
Some of the words, you know, I got confused.
I mean, that's tough. I mean, but if they're going to be relegated, you have to allow for that to be the regular relegation.
You don't know what relegated means, do you?
I don't. I'm still confused of if it's regulated or relegated. I'd have to see it written because I'm a visual learner.
My brief time with NBC Sports was a whole lot of fun, though.
I'm Arlo White. This is LeVar Burton from Star Trek.
And I got to say, from my point of view, I think they really like me.
Now, if I was a Fulham fan, what I would encourage them to do, go out to the parking lot. Hide. You wait for the referee to come out there, get into his little car, and you follow him home, you tweet his address, and you let the good people of Fulham take matters in their own hands.
Obviously, don't go and do that, please.
Hey, you do whatever you like.
We can't condone anything of the sort.
No, we can't. Live! Live!
It's live!
And we're clear on the floor.
All right. Hey, that was fun.
You're a
Yeah. Hi, she knew my nickname.
You miss England quite a bit.
I miss it dearly. If you would have told me I would have been drinking tea at 3 o'clock every day about a year ago, I would have punched you in the mouth. A lot of cities in America have places like Chinatown or Little Italy, so I went ahead and made my home, my apartment, teeny tiny England. Cock on a ball. And they just, I mean, they put it on everything. My philosophy, you know, keep calm and get fired up. It's an actual dead parrot. And I brought a little something special home with me, and that's my mini Bradley Cooper.
Mini...
Bradley Cooper.
Other side, Coach. Oh, right.
I mean, it's a Mini Cooper, but I named him Bradley. It's a zippy little bugger. I do have occasional run-ins with the law as I'm attempting to climatize myself back into driving in the States.
No, you want to come over here, officer.
How do you keep the Premier League in your life? Do you watch the games?
Oh, absolutely. I found a great place to watch games. I found a local pub here in town that shows all the EPL games, and it's kind of like my home away from home.
Hey, everybody.
I tell you one thing that's become a little difficult for me is how early these games start because of the time difference. So that means early drinking, and early drinking means quick drunking. You know, I try not to drink, right? But I mean, they're just so darn friendly. I mean, they took me and Coach under their wings. We were like brothers by the end of it, just big old sloshed up brothers.
Cheers.
And you know who I saw last time I was there?
You look really familiar. You know that?
Do I?
Yeah, who do people tell you look like?
Tim Howard.
No, you know who you look like? You look like the goalkeeper for Everton.
Timmy Howard.
Offside. I mean, do you get it?
I get it.
You do get it. I mean, I think I literally have a better understanding of who killed Kennedy than I do what is offside. You know,
It was the mob. At the end of the day, there's still so much I need to learn about soccer. I mean, football. But you know what? Coach has got to coach.
Hey, you guys, come on. Pick it up. You're playing like a bunch of little boys out here. Huh? Is that what you want to be, little boys?
No, sir.
I am the proud coach of the St. Catherine's Fighting Owls. Who? The Fighting Owls.
You guys know what relegation is?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Having coached now in the Premier League, I bring a Premier League level of standards. You know, things like the art of flopping.
Stay down, wait till the ref sees it, and now you're up. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Nice job, nice job.
Celebrations after goals.
Oh, Coach Bomb. Tea time. Going into 8th grade, okay? So a lot of big changes coming up here, you know, like going in.
In my mind, you got to have 3 things to be a Premier League team. 1, you got to play physical. 2, you got to give 100% until the final whistle. And 3, you got to be sponsored by a Middle Eastern airline.
Well, congratulations, because you are now sponsored by Dubai Jet. That is Dubai's first discount airline. Yeah, give it up. Give it up for Dubai Jet. If we win, that's a good thing. But if we lose, the fault is not in their stars. The fault is where?
In our stars.
That's right. That's good.
Coach, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
They look at least as good as Spurs did.
Oh, these guys are just as capable of winning games as the Spurs, yeah.
Do you think there's any chance that you'll be back in the Premiership?
I have a knowingness inside me that I'll get to coach over there again someday. And, you know, I hope it happens within my lifetime. Hold on 1 second here. Well, how about that? I just got asked to be the head coach at Leicester.
You mean Leicester?
The Premier League begins again August 16th, only on NBC and NBCSN.
Representative for the union will be Coach Strat. And the representative for the Confederates will be Dr. Matthew. Congratulations to both of these men. Your people will be very proud for your election. Please protect these men to endure Deadpool and to let each and one of them feel the pressure of God's presence. Hallelujah! Now back to the anchors.
For Sharpsburg, Maryland News, this is Shelby.
And this is Jared signing off. Have a great day and stay safe, Sharpsburg.